Alright guys, welcome back to the channel again, and we have another little maintenance for our Mercury 225 horsepower outboard. And this is something you have to do I believe once a year. I mean I would do it once a year, and just like the oil change, I will always do it at the beginning of the season. And this is one of the things that we're going to need to change now. And I don't know if you can see it there, it's a little cloudy today, but this is the fuel filter. This is the one that does the water separating, and we need to have that replaced at least once a year, so that way you won't have any issues with water getting into your engine. So we're going to go ahead and install this and show you how we do it. So stay tuned, and here we go. So here's what we have here. This is what the filter looks like. You'll have a cap on one end there, the other one doesn't have a cap, and you have this little plug right here. Those are the only three items that you have to deal with here. We have to take the plug off on the top ones first, then we take this electrical plug off, which is the sensor, and then on the bottom here you can see this little tab right there. That goes into a little keyway on the bottom there of the old one. So when you take the old one off, you have to slightly turn it and pull it out, and it has this little tab there that holds it in place. So once we put it back in, we have to turn it again and it'll stay in place. So basically all we're going to do is change this little animal right here, and here's where it's located. You can see that little red ring right there. That's one of the gas lines. And on the other side behind there, there's another red ring, which you see right there, right over there. And then on the bottom here, under there, I don't know if you can see it from here, and that's the plug that you unhook there. So basically those are the three lines. And then once we take the lines off, then all you have to do is just twist it slightly and then take off the little tab out. So here we go. If you need additional information, it comes with these instructions here. So it tells you which way to turn it. So to be able to take it off, you have to turn it clockwise for that little tab on the bottom to come off, and then we can pull the whole thing out. And basically that's the picture of it there. Same thing here, when you're installing it back in, you turn it counterclockwise to be able to hook up that little tab on the bottom. And basically that's it. It's real simple, straightforward. You don't have to do too much here. And of course, once you do the connections back with the new filter, you just have to open the key and wait 5 seconds. It says it right there. And once you do the 5 seconds, then you turn it off, and then what it does, it pumps the gas into the new filter, and that way you can start the engines right after. All right, so what we're doing here, we're putting a little bit of a towel, because remember we're going to take off fuel lines, and we don't want to spill fuel inside there. So we're going to use the towel, so when we unclip it, gas won't drip all over the place. And all you have to do is press that little red tab and pull. It may be a little difficult at the first, because probably this has been there since factory, because it's a new engine. It's a little difficult sometimes. All right, so we got the first line off. It is a little hard to take off at the beginning, but it isn't difficult. You can push it side to side as you pull it, and with the other hand you hold on the pump here, so that way it won't move on you, and it'll come up right off. This is the line right here, it just came off, and you just press on this thing here to be able to take it off. All right, so we put this to the side, and we're going to do the second one, which is the most difficult one because it's all the way behind there. So here we go. All right, we just took off the electrical plug, which is the bottom one right there. We took off this one first, and then the plug is right there at the bottom, which is right there, and that plug goes right inside there. All right, so now we're going to take off the hardest one, which is the one back there, and you could probably see it there a little bit, and that's it. All right, so we have the back line off already, as you can see there. Now all we have to do here is turn it clockwise. We turn it clockwise, and is it clockwise or?
Yes, clockwise. I think it's this way right here. Here's the video.
Have it. Turn it. Have it, and pull it up.
pretty much off already. Gotta make space for it. There you go.
There it is. Okay, so you can see the opening in the bottom there where it's supposed to hook onto, and that's where you're supposed to put it and turn it, so that way this little tab here will grab it and it won't come out of place. All right, so we're ready to go ahead and install the new one. This is a pretty simple job. It's just more difficult to take off the back one than it is on the front one. So basically that's the worst part is, but little by little you can just jerk it side to side and pull it out, and it comes out, and then you just turn and pull out. I think it's what was it again? Was it clockwise or
clockwise?
Clockwise
To take it out, and then counterclockwise once you put it back in.
Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and install the new one now. Okay, here's another thing that is recommended to be done, is to put a little grease around this little gasket around there. It's like a rubber, and you want to put this grease all the way around it, because once you connect it to that bottom there counterclockwise, when you put it back in, you don't want this to be dry and get stuck there for the next time. So if you put a little thick grease around there like that, you're not going to have problem taking it off next time. You just turn it nice and easy. That's all you need, just a little bit of thick grease all the way around that gasket there. That's it. That's the other one there, and the one on this side is right here, and then the plug is down there, so we can connect it together again. And you see that little round part there, that's where that gasket we just greased up goes into, and then you just turn it counterclockwise to lock it in place again. We're ready to put it in. This is the new one. We're just going to take this little cap off here to get it ready to install. And there's only one way it's going to go. You're going to have the plug if the plug doesn't reach here, you're putting it the wrong way. The plug is in the right place. It's just with the same with this one here. You'll see it, everything falls exactly where it's supposed to go. All right, so go ahead and install it. I'm going to go ahead and run it in there. Probably the best thing is to connect the back one first, which is going to be a little easier before you put it on that bottom there. A little difficult to get it filmed, but because there's no space for hands and eyes here at the same time. All right, it'll make it easier if you go ahead and put it in the socket there and turn it so that it locks in place. See, right there is nice and firm. Now we're going to do the back hose and connect it to the fitting there. All right, even though the back one was the hardest one to take off at the beginning, it actually connected really fast. And this is already in place. You can see it doesn't move anymore. Now the two front ones are going to be the easiest one, which is this top line here and the electrical plug that goes on the bottom. That's going to be the easiest, so we'll do that next. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put the electrical plug, and when we do the red gas line, just make sure when you put it into the little slot there, it's gonna click in place. You'll hear the click, so make sure you click them. That way you know it's in the right place. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and install the last plug, which is the gas line. And you heard it click there. As long as you hear that click and push it all the way in, as you can see, there's not too much space between the body of the filter and this little clip. There's not too much space, so make sure it's all the way in there and it clicks in place like you heard it. Same thing with the other one. Now we're ready to go to the next step, which is turning on the engine so the gas can flow through there and fill up the filter so the engine can start. Okay, here's just to be clear, all it's telling you to go ahead and turn it to the on position without starting the engine yet. Put it to the on position, wait 5 seconds, and then put it to start and start the engine. Basically that's all it is. You don't have to wait that long, just the 5 seconds, and then go ahead and start the engine to make sure everything is working well. All right, so we just turn down the water until we get the P-hole getting the water out of there. Once that starts, then we go ahead and start the engine, and make sure you have your batteries on. And let me know, Papa, when the water starts flowing there. All right, we got water coming out. Now we're ready to start the engine, so here we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn on all our batteries. Now we're ready to start the engine. Give it that 5-second prime, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then we start the engine. There we go. Sounds nice. All right, since we started the engine, the last thing that I love to do all the time is make sure that there's no leaks on any of these clips here of fuel, and everything is nice bone dry. So everything is good, we're good to go. And now we are going to get ready for the next sandbar adventure, so stay tuned for more videos to come soon. All right guys, I hope this video helps you do your filter on your engine. And remember to check, make sure that the parts that we have in the description below fits your engine. Make sure you have the right part number and the right information. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it helps you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'll definitely appreciate clicking on that subscribe button below. So thank you so much for watching again. We'll see you on the next one. Peace from the Keys.